Sam Hill was a man larger than life. He was born in North Carolina to a family of Quakers. His father was an abolitionist down there. He believed in people. He loved people, in fact. He did a lot of great work on behalf of people. And one of those was his big projects in the area. So for Stonehenge Memorial, or for the great roads of the Pacific Northwest, or the Maryhill Museum, or the Peace Arch up at Blaine, Washington, you name it. He really wanted people to experience the beauties of the Pacific Northwest. He was very dedicated to it. I'm Colleen Jaffroth. I'm the Executive Director of the Maryhill Museum of Art, which is here on the beautiful Columbia River. All of this came to be, behind you is 5,300 acres that Sam was originally going to create a Quaker farming community out of. But when it never really got started, he decided he was going to turn a part of it, his ranch house, into a museum. Some of the more permanent exhibitions includes our Gallery of Indigenous Art, includes our chess sets, a Queen Marie Gallery, paintings, sculpture by Rodin, and I guess just as wonderful as the inside is the views you can get from the outside. Stonehenge. Stonehenge was a dream of Samuel Hill's. He was visiting the original Stonehenge on Salisbury Plain in Great Britain, and there he was with Lord Kitchener, and Lord Kitchener had explained to Sam that the monument there was what they thought then was a Druid sacrificial place. So Sam thought, maybe that's a good idea, that's a good image to use, because war was sacrifice and a terrible waste of human lives. And so when he came back to the Pacific Northwest, he'd been thinking about a memorial to the young men in Klickitat County who had passed away because of the war. And pretty soon we had a monument, and it was up and dedicated by 1929. It can be read correctly as the original Stonehenge, but it is hard because of the surrounding hills. They obscure the sunrise on the solstice. So yes, it can be if you want to sit and do all the math, but honestly, it's just something to enjoy. It's an absolute beautiful place. He was a keen road builder. He really wanted a highway through the Columbia River Gorge. He felt that that would benefit everybody out here as well as everybody in Portland. And he wanted tourists to come to enjoy all this beauty he saw around him. What he decided to do was do an experimental road here at Maryhill. And so he created what we know today as the Maryhill Loops roads. The roads are built of macadam, and then the top surface was asphalt. And you have to remember that in that day, those recipes were new and they were experimenting with different kinds. And so he tried 7 different types on the road to see what would last the best. So it's a cool road to see too. It's open dawn to dusk for walking and biking. And of course, we have our various car clubs and skateboarding clubs and luge clubs who want to use it on certain kinds of weekends so they can come down and have their races. I love this place. It's part of my heart, part of my soul. And what I really love about it is the people who come and get something out of it. And that's what Sam wanted for everybody too.